St. Lucia Hospitality and Tourism Association Chief Executive Officer Nurani Aziz says the voices of those painstakingly attempting to revitalize the wounded tourism sector needs to be heard through the piercing misinformation that threatens to destabilize the vital tourism product.
We each have to play our part in the bigger scheme of things as we reopen up this industry. But when it comes to matters relating rumor mongering and statements, whether written or spoken, that will engender fear in the hearts and minds of those of us who are working very hard to reopen the industry, we've got to speak out and denounce those statements.
According to results of a survey conducted in September by the World Travel and Tourism Council, 70% of respondents are eager to travel again, stating, quote, that they plan to take a holiday in 2021, unquote. Aziz says a reinforcement of protocols will ensure the island runs a tight ship to prevent any possible spread of the virus from visitor to local or vice versa.
Public and private sector partners have invested thousands, tens of thousands of hours in researching protocols, tweaking protocols, developing protocols from scratch for a number of sectors which have been allowed to reopen so far. Those man hours have come at great sacrifice. In addition to that, there has been an expenditure of millions of dollars in order to ensure that the properties are as safe as we can make them, to ensure the safety of our employees first and foremost, and our visitors as well. The destination has also expensed millions of dollars in marketing, and we are starting to see those efforts yield fruit.
Given the expected resurgence in tourism, Aziz implores the public to refrain from spreading misinformation that may jeopardize the island's strong footing in the travel and tourism market.
Cease and desist, and unless you have something that is factual and that is provable, it is really, you have to be very wary of idle circulation. It affects the comfort levels of the thousands of employees who are now currently engaged in the industry. It affects the comfort level of their families as well, because it presents an image that we are not doing everything in our power to ensure our own personal health and safety.
Leading tourism player Sandals recently released a statement admonishing those dabbling in information disorder. The chain vehemently denied claims of an outbreak. Sandals, in a press release, said, quote, nothing could be further from the truth, and we effusively deny these baseless rumors, unquote.
Those who have unfortunately contracted the virus, and it puts them now under a very uncomfortable spotlight with them and their families. And that kind of stigmatization is something that we really need to avoid as well as a people. It does not do us any good. This virus is an invisible enemy. We are all at potential risk in the mere conduct of the things that we took for granted in the past. And so we've got to exercise a bit more compassion and care. We have got to exercise a lot more sensitivity and understand that, notwithstanding the fact that tourism has proven itself to be one of the most resilient sectors globally, we've got to manage its reopening very carefully if we want to benefit from its economic gains, but at the same time ensure that we remain safe at all times.
The island has made great strides in getting thousands of persons back to work in the hospitality sector. Now, the recent rise in COVID-19 cases, coupled with an influx of fabricated reports, threaten to undertake St. Lucia's status as a safe haven from the pandemic. Slhta Condemns, HTS News Force.